love to eat, and I think in some ways I kind of eat to make myself feel better. Like a lot of professional football players, like today, the Super Bowl, the big game day, the big day of the week is Sunday. So Sunday is always a reason to get some food that I like. Eat some donuts for breakfast, get In-N-Out for lunch, even maybe go out for dinner. Whatever. It's like there's always an excuse to eat out on Sunday because it's a big day for me. Friday is also a big day for me. Friday is a big day for the youth program, the work that I do. So Friday is also another reason to, hey, treat myself and to eat out and do what, and oftentimes the days in between, like Thursday is, it's like prep day for the weekend, right? So there's it's a good reason to get something good to eat, right? And Saturday, is kind of the recovery day, kind of in between, and gotta get recharged and everything. And Monday obviously is a recovery day, so that's a good reason to get something good to eat too. Tuesday is kind of the beginning of the week for me, so Tuesday, you want to start off the week well and right and stuff. So that's Wednesday and Thursday, the getting ready again for the next weekend, right? So another good reason to get something. It seems like I always have an excuse for why I should treat myself and why I should eat something really good. And on top of that, I think I tend to make excuses about things. When things are going well in my life, I think, well, what's a great way to celebrate is get something to eat. That's a great way to celebrate. And then when things are going bad in my life, then it's like, well, to make myself feel better, I'll get something that I like to eat. And it seems like there's always a reason why I should turn to food and turn to eating to make myself feel better.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well. How about you?
Great, thanks. What can I get started for you?
I'll have a cheeseburger with grilled onions, please.
Okay.
That's it?
All right, would you like a fry or a drink?
No, thank you.
Okay, do you want this for the car?
Yes, please.
All right, it's going to be $3.34 for your first window, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Cheeseburger with grilled onions?
Yes, please.
$3.34. Oh, sorry. Check your receipt.
No, thanks.
Good to take your card out. You check out Matt?
No, thanks.
We're all set then. Have a good one, sir.
Thank you. You too.
Hi,
Hello.
would you like any ketchup?
No, thanks.
Okay. All right, here you are.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Where do you go, or what do you do to make yourself feel better? It probably for many of us, it doesn't take us that long to think about just the natural things that we gravitate towards and we do to make ourselves feel better. Maybe you're like me and it's through eating, or for some of us it's in control of eating, so maybe it's not eating. Some of us naturally go to video games. When we are stressed, that's where we turn. Or maybe it's playing a sport, or even sometimes it's working hard because it's kind of all about the competition, all about the achievement for us. So even when we're worried to make ourselves feel better, we actually work more. We work harder. Some of us go and turn towards social media. Different platforms. Some of us maybe it's YouTube or Netflix or the internet and looking at things, and that's what makes us feel better when we're stressed or anxious. Some of us, we look for kind of approval or people's affection through relationships. It could be just people admiring who we are at school or in public or even in a specific relationship. for some of us, it's shopping. You know, we want to buy things, we want to get things, we want to have things, or maybe it's in having things that we already have. Some, yeah, actually, when we feel bad, when we want to make ourselves feel better, we bully other people. We by hurting other people, whether in real life or online, we put other people down and we make ourselves feel better. To make ourselves feel better, sometimes we just talk about ourselves. We just talk about how great we are, or talk about, that we say things to make ourselves feel better or make ourselves look better to other people. And this, it's just endless. All the things that we can and we do because we want to make ourselves feel better. But I think all of them, they kind of usually have one or two things that are at the root of them, that are at the heart of them. And I think in the heart of a lot of these things is either one of two things. One is that we are trying to comfort ourselves. We're trying to take problems we have, and we don't actually fix them, but we're trying to make ourselves feel like we fixed them with something else. So we're kind of replacing it, for me, like it's food, right? It could be something happening and going on, and food just makes me feel better, right? And so we're comforting ourselves, even though we're not necessarily dealing with the problem. And I think the other way that we do things is we are actually just trying to avoid it or escape it. So we move away from the problem, and we just maybe kind of ignore it, just move away from it and do something else. And I mean, maybe they're both kind of the same thing. But you see how this works, right? I mean, we are worried about something, so instead of dealing with it, we try to escape into something else. Or maybe we feel inferior to something, and so we try to achieve in other ways. We are worried about something, and so we distract ourselves with something online, or we don't like something about ourselves, and so we work hard to make it better or make it appear like something is better. We are unhappy with what people think of us, so we put other people down so that we feel better about ourselves. A writer in the Bible wrote these words: "Keep me safe, my God, for in you I take refuge. My heart is glad and my tongue rejoices. My body also will rest secure." You see, this writer is saying that his ultimate refuge, the ultimate place where he goes for comfort, is in God. That God can bring him comfort that is more, that is deeper, that is more established than anything else. And I'm not trying to say that you can't go on social media, or you can't eat good food, or enjoy playing video games or whatever. But what I'm saying is that if you understand really who God is and what He's done for you, that can bring you a sense of affirmation, a sense of identity that will make you feel better ultimately, more than anything else. All these other things, they can also play a part in your life. When someone affirms you or says something positive about you, that's a great thing, and that makes us feel good. But the core of who we are really needs to be and is in God. Think of it this way: the core of a cheeseburger is the cheese and the burger. Without the cheese and burger, you just have a BLT without the bacon or with sauce. you can take away everything else, but if you have the cheese and the burger, you could still have a cheeseburger. And the center part of your life is really in being a Christian and understanding the identity that God has for you, that the way that He made you. Take everything else away, and that is what still remains. That's what life is really all about. And for those of you who can make it to our Friday night program, I just want to encourage you that we'll be talking more about this in the next few weeks, really about what our identity is based in and how that affects our life, especially when things are tough and we feel like we're shaken. May God be gracious to us and bless us, and make His face shine on us, so that your ways may be known on earth, your salvation among all nations. Amen.